Welcome back to State of Decay 2 and the Lion's Share. I'm basically just killing time waiting for Tressy's next mission to fire. And there's a couple things I can do. There is an infestation down here near Tressy's house, but, I mean, I'm going to have to go near Tressy's house eventually anyway. Might as well leave that alone. So I think what I'm going to do instead is head up here to Fairfield. There's like an ammo source I haven't fully raided yet. There's a place where I can get some materials, which will be good once I start moving maps. Yeah, I think I'll go up there and just try to grab as much stuff as I can while I'm waiting. And chill with you people. Hello. So Wrath of Vaden is in the chat already. No One Mai is here. Dave's Razvanium is here. Dave's Razvanium says, I think you need more cars. I don't know what you're talking about, Daves. I couldn't possibly have enough vans yet. So yeah, I'm leaving the slot right there open so that the next time the Ray Santos mission fires, I'll get yet another van, presuming that that happens before I leave. And then I'm going to abandon all of these vans in this map, and it's going to be really, really sad. Dead Man's Kick is also here. Hello, Dead Man's Kick. Oh, and Dr. Lackenstein, and Casey's Suitcase. Well, a bunch of you are showing up today. Thank you. Glad to have so many folks showing up, especially because, you know, I'm so bad at scheduling myself that you never know when I'm going to stream, and yet you've shown up. It really makes me happy. So yeah, I'm just going to go try to pick up some ammo. I hope that there's still ammo at this place. I might have already claimed the ammo at this place. I have done a lot in this map already, so there might be some disappointments here. Whee! We'll have to... Oh. Oh. Disappointing landing. Solid 2 at the Olympics. Oh, glad that wasn't a floater that was floating there. It was just sitting there. That was not paying any attention to it. So Dave's Razvanium asks, is there a limit on how many cars can be on one map at the same time? So I don't have any direct personal knowledge of that, but my assumption would be yes. Because in general, any thoughtful programmer, when they are working on a system like, you know, the vehicle system, will put limits when they're spawning a vehicle. Because they're aware that, you know, there's so many ways that players can mess their own game up by just creating things, by putting too many things in. Like, I remember one time, before I was a game developer, I was playing the original Halo with my friend Jimmy, and we, like, deliberately we went up to a grunt that we'd killed, and we just started beating on it again and again. Like, it's dead body, just beating a dead grunt to death. But each time we hit the body, you know, they did this kind of cool thing where they would generate a little splat effect that would sort of, you know, that would make little splats on the wall, stuff like that. It was a really nice piece of feedback for hitting enemies. Bungie, by the way, is like best in class when it comes to giving you feedback for getting good hits on enemies. Oh, I got meds from this instead of ammo. That's interesting. And so it was great and all, you know, but there was a slight problem, which is that nobody had put in any kind of check to see how many splats were in the world. Each time you created a splat, it wasn't checking to see if there were other splats. It wasn't removing older splats. Splats just stayed forever. And so eventually we got the frame rate of Halo to an absolute standstill. Like, it was like like maybe, I don't know, 5 frames a second, something like that, less, 3 frames a second. It was ridiculous, just because we kept hitting splats off a grunt's body. And so, even though I don't have any direct personal knowledge of there being a limit on the cars in a map, I have to assume that there is one. I have to assume that whenever one of our programmers, you know, that all of our programmers have had experiences with things like that. And whenever somebody was implementing the process of spawning a vehicle, I'm betting that they also implemented a check for how many vehicles were in the world. And if it was at some astronomical number, either failing to spawn the vehicle or getting rid of a different vehicle. That just seems reasonable. If we didn't do that, that was very silly of us. Thing is, sometimes you put limits on there because you know you need a theoretical limit, but you put the limit so high that only weird people doing weird things will ever actually encounter it, and so that might also be true of our vehicles. There is probably a limit, but it's probably so high that unless you're doing something strange, you're never going to encounter it.
Well, that wasn't exactly good news. Let's hope she figures it out soon.
All right, so I just got a message. I think that I wasn't paying attention. I thought that might have been from Tressie. I thought maybe it was starting her new mission, but no, I think it's just making progress. Ooh, but we could do...
I'm coming your way, whether you like me or not.
We could do the Hippo Thomas mission. Maybe that's what we were just hearing.
Be careful on the way over, okay?
Yes, let's do Hippo Thomas. Oh, Ratana's really tired. Do we have a... Let's stop by this outpost first, drop a few things off, and also get Ratana some coffee. I couldn't remember if I'd actually played Ratana last episode, but it looks like I did, and she's already tired, so we'll have to get her fixed up. Wait, what? Did I just... Well, there's another reason we have to get Ratana fixed up. I was glancing over the chat, so I didn't actually see what I hit. I mean, obviously I hit a bloater, but I didn't see the bloater. So I don't know if... Was that some kind of bug, or was that just me not paying attention? Oh, wait. I got a little red when I got close to the... Okay, we're fine. I got scared for a second. Just V says, never text and drive, folks. It looks like enough people have joined my chat that actually I should take some time while I'm at the outpost. Not just fixing myself up, but also checking in with what folks are saying. So let me do the fixing myself up part first. So I don't know if I need to use some cure, but I should bring some cure with me. I should also have some... Where's the coffee? There's the coffee. Should have some coffee. Let's use this first aid kit.
And I'm out.
Let's get all prepped. And then... Oh, yeah, I should also fix the car. Let's fix the car. With one of my million advanced repair kits. And how are we doing gas-wise? Oh, we're running low on gas, too. I've got some gas in the trunk, but since I'm here... Where's the gas? There it is. Might as well just grab some gas out of the outpost. So when Just V arrived, he said, "Oh wow, what a coincidence! I'm playing the same game." Yeah, that's, you know what? It's not a surprise that people who like State of Decay 2 come to my channel when I'm playing State of Decay 2. Excuse me. Sorry, that was weird. Okay, anyway, sorry, this kind of crept up on me there. All right, yeah. So Das FTW is here. Good to see you. So Just V says, I've seen people stockpile entire truck stops around their bases, hearing them randomly make noises as if they're crashing into stuff, just being clustered together like that. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Like, if you're trying to build a wall out of vehicles, you are going to run into some weird physics stuff here and there, as the vehicles sort of like, they're placed, but then when you get close to them and they actually become physical objects, and then they can start interacting with each other. We can't have everything that has physics actually have its physics working all the time, especially when something's really far away from you, or a game would grind to a halt. Let's see here. Oh, so Dead Man's Kick says, hey, Jeffrey, I watch your and Brant's, of course, stream since the release of Breakdown. When will we be able to decide about your hair color again? That's right. I forgot that I'd actually done like a poll or a vote about what color I should dye my hair. Yeah, and I don't even remember what the outcome was. I'm trying to remember if there's a color... Like, I've done green, I've done purple, I've done red, I've done orange. I don't think I've done blue yet, though. So, I don't know, maybe one of these days I should try blue. But, right now what we're going to do is find Hippo Thomas, that all-important character. Hippo Thomas. Oh, hello, Feral. Yes! Oh, it is so hard to hit a Feral successfully. Oh wow, Hippo Thomas's mom is packing. Not hitting anything. So actually, I got a comment from someone, I forgot who, in one of my YouTube videos, complaining about the fact that NPCs don't hit zombies very often, and say, you know, how come they're so useless? But the reason is, I mean, they do hit them often enough, especially during sieges. You can see them taking out a lot of zombies. The problem is when we make them perfectly accurate, when they like definitely hit on every single shot, they do all the work for you. You don't have to fight at all. So we actually had a version of it where they were very effective early on, and we had to pull them back just to make fights interesting. Otherwise, if you just even had one AI companion, every fight was a breeze.
Hello.
All right. So, oh, wait a minute. Is Kayla not the person I'm supposed to talk about? Oh, wait. I have to travel to the house first. Then I talk to Kayla. Okay, that's a little questionable, actually. So one thing we often do with these missions where you have to go to a place and then talk to a person is we'll have a hidden objective to get close to the person. So if the person wanders outside the house and you get close to them before you get close to the house, you don't have this weird objective sitting there waiting for you to get inside the house before moving on to the dialogue objective. We'll set it up so that in the background it'll say, oh, you got near the person? That's just as good as the house, and it will mark the house objective complete. So yeah, I think this mission might need one of those. I'll have to leave a note for Randy.
Please, can you help me find something to remember?
Yes. Let's. I'm just not engaging at all with the emotional content of this mission right now because this mission is about the loss of a child, which I'm just, you know what, not in the mood to think about right now. So wait a minute. There it is. So partly this mission exists to encourage players to explore up here, because this is where the landmark outpost is. This is where the dam is, which is a pretty interesting part of the game. We've actually got multiple missions that send you up here because we think it's such an interesting part of the map. That is actually a thing that we think about when we're planning missions, is we'll plan them around the idea that we want players to see all the best stuff. And if we can use our missions to help them find the best stuff, then that's good for them and it's good for us. It's good for us, meaning that, you know, we spent a lot of time into making this stuff. We want people to be able to enjoy it. All right, so it's not here, I don't think. Ooh, got another 1911, though. I think I'm already wielding a 1911, just a different one. So this looks like a surprisingly good place to search. And a great place to have a big, loud party. There's Hippo Thomas. Okay, I did find Hippo Thomas. All right. I had the exact number of inventory slots that I needed. So I just did the dangerous thing of putting Hippo Thomas in a car, which means I have to be careful to remember that that's what I did with it. I was actually not planning that very effectively. I was just putting random stuff in the car. I should not have put Hippo Thomas in there. It's not like carrying him as a giant burden. All right, so... Oh, wait, I forgot. Ratana is Red Talon. That means that she has got some very good abilities, like gunslinging. Of course, gunslinging isn't very effective against those guys. And also, being out of stamina isn't very good for anyone in combat. Okay, are we good?
God damn it.
Oh, wait, I just nearly broke my weapon. Okay, well, let's try to use that a little less. Though, looks like we've got an infestation over here. I feel like I should probably try to take care of that. Okay, so this is a 1911, but... Oh, interesting. It's a 9mm 1911 instead of a 45 1911. So these two different 1911s, they've got different, yeah.
Fuck me.
Different calibers is what I'm trying to say. Nope. Oh, there's another screamer. There we go. That's the infestation. All right, well, let's go back and bring Hippo Thomas to his mom. And let's put Hippo Thomas in our inventory. And I don't know if I care about... Well, let's put that in there. Why not? Actually, wait, is this what's in here? Green shed. Not much in there. Let's just clear it out because it'll feel good and we got space in our inventory.
It's locked. Figure. Sight nor scent of Zeds. That's nice. Ish.
Oh, so, okay, I've got a comment from Habitual Bell 90 saying, I have tried very unsuccessfully to get over that wall to the barge floating back there. Let's have a look at that, actually. Oh, looks like a bunch of zombies coming in that direction.
Looks like that scream's about to bomb.
I heard a very sad sound. No. No, the feral, you idiot. Don't prioritize a helmet over a head, ever.
Let's make this man count, kiddos.
So let's head over there just because I'm curious. Yeah, so there is a barbed wire fence keeping us from getting out there to that barge. Because, the game, the game doesn't have swimming in it. Adding swimming to a game is a big expense, and there wasn't really a strong purpose in having swimming in our game. And so we decided not to have swimming, which means all of our water is shallow. And since this needed to depict deep water behind a dam with a barge floating in it, we can't let you get close to it. So, so we just put this giant fence here in the way. But it sounds like Habitual Bell was trying real hard to get past this thing. And yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that not only do we have this fence here with its normal collision, I'm pretty sure that if I opened this up in Unreal, you'd see a big, giant red wall right here. A big, translucent red wall that just basically means here is a... that's weird. Here is an impassable wall. You can't get past this no matter what. Even though invisible walls are kind of, not really looked favorably upon by most players, including us as developers. A lot of times you want to put a bunch of well-justified walls in the game, but then... come on. But then still back them up with an invisible wall. If you need players not to be able to get somewhere, you try to put walls that actually make sense around that area, but then you still put the giant invisible wall that they definitely can't get through, because otherwise you're just asking for some very clever person to find the one weird way that you can get over the wall, and then they have a weird experience over there, and it doesn't really make the game show in the best light. So Dr. Lackenstein says that they think the NPCs might have been a little bit too nerfed. And that is a fair opinion, especially because, with AI, not only are you... What the heck? With AI, not only are you contending with the intentional amount of skill that you give them, you're also dealing with unintentional problems. Times when AI will just do dumb things that no one intended. It's not good for the player, and it's not really intended by the developer either. And so sometimes you might have to tune AI a little bit more competent than you want, because the alternative is them, not only being of average competence normally, but also making dumb mistakes that AI just always makes. So that's a completely valid perspective on that. AI is hard, though, and I think that, not all players sort of give enough credit to the fact that making an entity in a game behave in a way that seems reasonable to a human being who knows how they would behave, that's really difficult. There's like uncanny valley-like stuff going on in there. And actually what you often need to do is make the AI dumber just to make it more predictable and familiar in its behavior. So that players don't feel, discombobulated by the way that the AI is acting. So it's a hard problem, and so I definitely can't make you any promises about whether we're going to just make improvements that nail it in the future. But yeah, we are putting a lot of thought into it, especially as the franchise moves forward. We're putting a lot of thought into trying to make the AI experience better. But sometimes sometimes that takes just a page one redo, taking everything you learned and starting over from scratch and rethinking how it works. Well, that was a big noise. Oh crap! There's like a whole feral whatever pack here. Come here. Oh, Hippo Thomas's mom deserves better than that. All right.
Can I see what you found?
Hey there, Kayla.
We gave this to Aaron on return too.
Okay, there's a bunch more zombies coming in here. Hey, enjoy your hippo. See you later. Oh my gosh. Why is everyone... Is it just because I fired one gun? My weapon's about to break. I love how Kayla's still telling me about her sob story. Oh gosh. Okay, it's done. I'm just gonna get out of here. Excuse me. Goodbye. Sorry, Kayla. Enjoy your hippo. See you later. Ah, okay. Well, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Ah. Okay, we're taking this home. I don't know how much longer Ratana can hold out anyway. Wait a minute. Have I just... Yes. I always drive by the Ramshackle Bridge. We get back home and then I'll go catch up with the chat again. Is this the best way to go? Hold on. It's a way. It's not a way to get home. And this is a pointless shortcut. Come on, gap in the rocks, gap in the rocks, gap in the rocks. Gap in the rocks. Rawr. What's going rawr at me now? Oh, what the heck? There are way more zombies around here than I thought there would be when I got out of the car. Try to run those zombies through the fires. Ah. Okay, everybody get away from my car. That's the main thing. Get away from my car and get off my line. No, don't use that animation. Ugh.
I gotta rest.
All right, whatever. We killed the bulk of them. Oh, whoa! Nice tackle. Okay, cool. Of course, yeah. Weird coincidence. As soon as that screamer screams, a bloater shows up. You know what? I'm just going back home. My friends can deal with this nonsense. Oh, is that why we have those like obstacles right in front of our parking spots? Just in case there's a zombie on the hood? Alright, let's drop all this crap off. Not enough space. Enough space, enough space. Not enough space, it's fine. I don't need the cure anymore. Drop off all the stuffs. And let's go re-equip Ratana for next time, but she's done for now.
I'm home and not dead. My two favorite things.
And let's see here. Give her some more fire. Oh, running low on fire. And was there something else I was gonna give her? Oh yeah, some more bullets for that producer. Some more 9mm, though we're kind of running a bit low on everything. It's okay, it'll be fine. it'll be oh, she's got a little piece of paper here. Hello. Oh, it went away. Just disappeared into the ether. All right, let's catch up with some chat here. Do. Oh, and folks are talking about NPCs stealing kills from you and taking influence. Yeah, that is an annoying thing. And actually, I'm not sure. We probably have a bug tracking that already. I'm not sure. Let me make a note that we should get a bug tracking that, just in case. NPC kill stealing. Yeah, that's a thing we should think about. What else? Oh yeah, so Just V say that yeah, it was probably me firing an unsuppressed gun that suddenly brought all of the boys to the yard. So yeah, I should be careful about that. I put a break on that thing so it could be really, really good at taking down like Plague Hearts and Juggernauts, but meant it wasn't great in a pinch in other contexts. Let's see here. So Dr. Lackenstein asks, out of curiosity, how hard would it be to enable shared specialization benefits with followers? For example, your follower has scouting. Oh, hey, Tressie just fired her mission. I know what we're doing next episode. For example, your follower has scouting, so you get a minimap bonus, or your follower has stealth, so you can open locked doors while crouched. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I'm going to write that down. Followers sharing specialization benefits. Yeah, that's a very good idea. That's all I'm going to say. That was great. Thank you, Dr. Lackenstein. We have thought about that kind of thing in theory, but, just... And the thing is, the problem is that all of our specializations are really different from each other. And I'm not sure that every single one of them would be appropriate for that. So this might not be a thing we can do because, you thought of two examples that were actually really good examples. There might also be bad examples or examples that could, interfere with, for instance, if you already have one sort of special move that you can do, if they unlocked another special move on the same button combo, that would probably be a little bit weird to manage. So there's reasons why we couldn't probably do it universally, but there might be individual cases that would make sense. So that's really worth considering. So thanks for bringing that up. Hey, Dresser Cosmic is here, and so is the Rubex Cube. Good to see the two of you. And Warbucks. Hello, Warbucks. Oh, yeah, so Gior is asking the same questions folks did before, why do you get kill stole by your community members? Yeah, it's just, it's not that we didn't, consciously decide when your community members kill a zombie, we want them not to give you any credit for it. That we didn't think through that. What it was we implemented the system for giving you credit for killing zombies and getting influence, and we just implemented it on the player's actions, because that was the first most obvious place to do it. And the idea that we'd need to also put on community members' actions is just something that we didn't think of until the game had shipped. And so it has come up multiple times. We just haven't gotten around to it. I think it is something that we're interested in doing. Though we've talked about it positively many times. I'm not dead certain we've got it written down, which means it will never happen if it's not written down. So Rubik's Cube says, I actually like that each person has their own skill. It makes you unique. Oh, I agree. And so I wouldn't want to change it so that, for instance, when you unlock skills, the entire community automatically gets a skill. But I do like the idea of you needing to think about what the skill benefits of your companion are when you're choosing them. It actually would make players focus more on the skills, make them think more about the unique differences between the characters. And I think that actually works to the benefit of players sort of valuing characters for their unique skills. If you've got a favorite follower you always want to bring out with you, that's you investing in a character in a positive way. And so I think that raises the experience. All right, cool. Then let's wrap this up. So I was thinking I was just going to do one episode of State of Decay 2 today. But, okay, characters are talking over me and I can't think. But because Tressie just fired off her mission, let me double check that I actually understood that correctly. Yes, Tressie just fired off her mission. I think that means that it's time for me to go out and complete that with Tressie. So we are going to do another episode today. So let's wrap this up with a subscribe button, and with a link to that next episode that we're going to make right now, and some other game right here. If you're watching later on YouTube. This makes no sense if you're watching this me on... Watch. I can't talk.